You don't immediately go into abstractions and equations, which is a kind of esoteric language. It's elitist language. It's not really the thing itself. It's abstracted. So I went into maths through the right brain, through overcoming abstraction, and then I'm now getting further and further into it. I'm still repelled by some aspects of the way it's expressed and taught, but I've certainly got more into it, and that's what I also want to tackle in my writing. Because if you say, look at a play by Shakespeare or a Greek, there's a lot of mathematics in it. You have to say, what do you see? Relationships, proportions, and balancings. That's what's going on. This idea is that, how does that fit with that one? I've got this idea coming up later, so I've got to make it connect to that one there. And if you change one thing, you almost have to change everything else. So it's like mathematics. Or if you look at, say, Michelangelo's the Sistine Chapel, the ceiling is all about proportions and relationships, and that is a form of mathematics. So mathematics you can write, and in mathematics, in orthodoxy, you can see a story, you can see a narrative, like order of operations. You can see the development from the point to the line to the plane to the three-dimensional form is a story. So it's bringing these realms together and overcoming the abstract. That's what I want to try and do in my art. All my work is also to do a lot with a little. And so, I talk about materialism and materiology and differentiate between them. Materiology, or materialism, is the world conception of materialism, which I think is a truncated and a denying and one-sided way of conceiving the world. Quantitative, but no quality. Materiology is quite different. Materiology is the appreciation of what materials are around us, the different qualities that materials have. You can think about it. It's a good meditation. Elastic, plastic, viscosity, malleability, ductility, all these properties. And you can bring your consciousness into it. Why do things conduct? The things that don't conduct, like a piece of wood, it's not a very good conductor of electricity or heat. So what happens when you apply heat or electricity to any point on a piece of wood? Because it doesn't conduct, the heat accumulates there and it catches fire, burns. There are all sorts of little things you can, even in your own space, you can conceive about properties of materials, the way they work or don't work. And that to me is a very good way of grounding yourself. And it goes away from this abstraction where you have to have microscopes and all sorts of machines to penetrate the mystery. I mean, a spiritual view of the world would say that there's no limit to the amount of the human mind can penetrate into and the human senses can develop. And there's a program on the radio now talking about senses, but it's mostly talking about enhancing it technologically. Whereas in the East they would say, no, if you develop and meditate, you can actually extend, you will grow, the seeds of completely new senses will start to grow and flower and make available different worlds and different dimensions and different phenomena.